Natural Health Solutions offers treatments for a variety of conditions, along with nutritional counseling, chiropractic, acupuncture, and more. Treatment plans designed individually to optimize your health. Call for an appointment, 856-8181 today.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
Visit Lander Gambles to make your home feel like new. They will beat any competitor's price. Stop by to speak to one of the sales agents or visit LanderGambles.com. Lander Gambles will help you find the perfect product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Lander Gambles, 420 Main Street, Lander, Wyoming.
Welcome everybody back to Riverton Middle School. If you were just listening to me on 93.1, we are still here. We are about to take the St. Stephen's boys and put them against the Rocky Mountain Grizzlies. It's the Eagles versus the Grizzlies. I am Shawn O'Brate, your Wild Today sports director, and I have been in this middle school gymnasium all day long, seen some great basketball. We watched Shoshone sadly lose in the first round. We just watched Wind River blow a halftime lead of 1 point, ending up losing to the girls of Big Piney, 47-42, and we're now about to watch the St. Stephen's Eagles as they announce the starters here, and we're going to go with them. I didn't have as much time between these two games here. So starting for St. Stephen's, number 2, Caden Lone Dog. And then Steven Lone Dog, number 13. 32, Tyron Ridgely. 23, Cyrus Tyndall. And number 22, Lawrence Jenkins. I will get you points per game averages here shortly. I'm a little bit behind. All the boys' games are happening over on the next gym. I got to call quite a few great girls' games today, though. And now for your Rocky Mountain Grizzlies, number 3, Colin Haslam. Number 11, Carson Weber. 23, Jacob Biscoff. Number 30, Ben Simmons. No, not the NBA Ben Simmons. And number 33, Nate Minnemeyer. And we are, loud whistles there as we are getting ready to go here. Rocky Mountain does a prayer on their side of the court. We can give you some points per game now that we do that. Caden Lone Dog coming in, averaging 14.4 points per game. Tyron Ridgely averaging 16.1 points per game. Lawrence Jenkins averaging 11.7 points per game. Those are 3 starters that are all averaging over double digits, and I am about to lose the time as Lawrence Jenkins goes up against number 11 Carson Weber. Ball goes to St. Stephen's to begin, and now over on the far side, right side, wow, right off the bat, number 32 Tyron Ridgely for a long 2, and now they're facing full court pressure is Rocky Mountain, almost stolen away by Stefan Lone Dog. Number 13 is Stefan Lone Dog. Number 15 is Steven Lone Dog. We will make sure that we don't mess that up. And now inside, Rocky Mountain goes up against 2 of the bigger guys. A missed shot by number 33, Nate Minnemeyer, rebounded by St. Stephen's in their black uniforms with red letters going right to left. Long course pass to Caden Lone Dog for 3, no good. Again, St. Stephen's in black uniforms, red letters, and Rocky Mountain in white uniforms, brown letters with yellow trim. Rocky Mountain moving left to right on your radio dial, and taking a nice little Euro step inside was Carson Weber, but missed the layup. No good. Rebounded by Nate Minnemeyer. He put up a shot, and it was blocked. So it's still 2-0. As now Caden Lone Dog tries to penetrate, can't. Puts in a nice pass to Lawrence Jenkins, who puts up a sky hook. No good. Rebounded by Rocky Mountain. And now Ben Simmons with the ball. Ben Simmons double-teamed, almost loses the ball there. Caden Lone Dog got a hand on it. Now cross-court pass to Colin Haslam. Haslam inside, to number 30, Ben Simmons. He's going to get fouled on that shot. So we will see our first free throw attempts of the game with 6:36 to go in this first quarter. Foul on number 23, Cyrus Tyndall, his first, obviously, as it is our first free throw attempt here. First shot up, no good. Second shot up, and that one is nothing but net. So it's 2-1. St. Stephen's. And now coming down the court, Caden Lone Dog, left side, near side wing. He makes a move, dribbles inside the paint. He did a little push. Are they calling the push on Rocky Mountain? They are, as we're going to get St. Stephen's inbounding it here. That push on number 3, Colin Haslam, his first. Inbound pass goes to Stephon Lone Dog. Now inside to Jenkins. Jenkins loses the ball. Picked up there by Cyrus Tyndall, though. And then he ends up losing it. So first turnover of the game there. And then Rocky Mountain ends up throwing it away. So second turnover. Back-to-back turnovers there. 2-1, 6:17 to go in the first quarter on our Wild Today scoreboard. I love these St. Stephen's Eagles jerseys. They got so much going on. And this team is explosive. They'll go up on you really quick like they did against Wyoming Indian, or they can, as they throw it away, they can just make you pay from a lot of different angles. If they get it heated and if they get hot on the outside, Stephon Lone Dog with the foul there. They're going to call that. Yep. And Stephon, just a little body push, not a shooting foul. But as I was saying, just watch out for this St. Stephen's team. If they get hot fast, and they could put up a lot of points on you in a hurry. Was able to see their win over Wyoming Indian. That might have been the loudest I've ever heard a basketball stadium, and I've been to a lot of college and professional basketball games. Now Rocky Mountain moving left to right. At the top of the key is number 11, Carson Weber. He hands it off on the right side wing to Haslam. Back out to Weber. Weber tries to penetrate, gets the ball picked out, but he ends up grabbing it back. And now down the baseline is Simmons, puts up a shot, no good, rebounded by Minnemeyer, who does do the putback, and that one is good. Rocky Mountain takes a 3-2 lead. Now St. Stephen's, Caden Lone Dog on the right side. He drives the baseline, puts up a shot, no good, rebounded by Carson Weber. And now crossing the timeline is Rocky Mountain to Weber. Now at the top of the line is Minnemeyer, who gives it off to Simmons, and he ends up getting body pushed, and he drops the ball, so turnover, Rocky Mountain. And we're going to get a timeout by Coach Mike Jenkins of St. Stephen's. We'll take it with them. 3-2, Rocky Mountain. 5:10 to go in this first quarter.
Wyoming Community Bank is ready to serve you. Stop in at any one of their branches located in Riverton, Lander, and DuBois. A bank that is owned and operated by the locals of Fremont County. Wyoming Community Bank. They're here to help you.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Welcome back. 3-2, 5:10 to go. St. Stephen's with the ball. Stephon Lone Dog at the top of the key gives it off to Tyron Ridgely, their leading scorer. Ridgely gets inside, a nice little move and pass there to Cyrus Tyndall, who was in between 3 Rocky Mountain players, put it up a little behind the back, no-look layup there, kind of just as he was moving, and now almost a steal. Rocky Mountain up 4-3, and St. Stephen's up 4-3. Rocky Mountain now stops the ball dead. There's a whistle somewhere. It's going to be a foul on 22. That's Lawrence Jenkins's first for St. Stephen's. And now Colin Haslam inbounds the pass, and an immediate 3 is good by Carson Weber. Carson Weber makes it a 6-4 game. And now Tyron Ridgely dribbling between his legs at the top of the key, tries to penetrate, passes it off to the left near side wing, and now a nice pass and another behind the back look, and that's Jenkins's first points. Jenkins moving, getting the ball, and then just putting up the shot as he's not even looking at the basket. 6-6. Now a nice inside pass to Simmons. Simmons puts up a shot. No good. Saved by going out of bounds by St. Stephen's, and that was an acrobatic play there by Ridgely. And now a bad pass, but it's still saved by St. Stephen's. Stephon Lodog puts up a 10-foot floater, no good. Rebounded by Simmons of Rocky Mountain. This is a fast-paced game, ladies and gentlemen. 6-6, 3:52 to go in this first quarter. Inside pass to Simmons, now over to Biscoff for 3, and he's got it. This team can score in bunches. Same with St. Stephen's, though, so you need to watch out for him. Ridgely dribbling up across the timeline. He gets the pick that he wants. He sets the screen. He goes up to the free throw line, fires off a shot, no good. Rebounded by St. Stephen's, though, as number 23, Cyrus Tyndall gets the rebound, passes it off to Ridgely. Ridgely penetrates, spins, puts up a shot, and that one's good. Ridgely with 4 points already, and it's 9-8. Just over 3 minutes to go. Rocky Mountain dribbles across the timeline. Haslam double-teamed, and now almost a steal, but Haslam gets it back. And now with no one blocking him for 3, rebounded by St. Stephen's, and now a long outlet pass. Nobody in front of Caden Lone Dog. He puts up a layup, and the last guy to get there was number 11, Carson Weber. He's fouled by Carson Weber. So Caden Lone Dog will go to the line for 2. Caden Lone Dog dribbling at the free throw line, puts up first shot, no good. 9-8 still, 2:54 to go. And his second shot is about to come up as I'm posting this on Facebook. If you don't follow Wild Today's Facebook page, you're doing yourself a misfortune, as Caden Lone Dog's second free throw up and good. If you follow Wild Today's Facebook, you will be able to see all of the links to all of our games, as well as news, both local and statewide. And boy, Rocky Mountain is stuck behind the timeline. They end up throwing it crazily over the timeline. They get it inside the paint. Now it has to go back out to Biscoff. Biscoff now inside and now outside to Carson Weber. Carson Weber puts up a wild shot from 8 feet out, and it's good. Carson Weber makes it an 11-9 game. Ridgely at the top of the key gets the pick and roll. He ends up putting up a shot. Wow, what a stroke there. Tyron Ridgely with the 6th point of the game. That was a long 2 in front of 2 Rocky Mountain players with their hands up. Now Weber with a tie game, passes it inside to Minnemeyer. Minnemeyer now out for 3, another 3, this time by Ben Simmons. Rocky Mountain with a 14-11 lead, under 2 minutes to play. Ridgely spins inside and then throws it away. Stephon Lone Dog lands on it. It's going to be a held ball. It wasn't a bad pass, but Tyron Ridgely was falling as he was passing. That ball is going to go to the Rocky Mountain Grizzlies. 3 turnovers so far by St. Stephen's, 2 by Rocky Mountain. St. Stephen's has been playing some of the stickiest defense you'll ever see, though. They've almost forced way more turnovers. Rocky Mountain has the size advantage, but St. Stephen's definitely with the speed advantage. Rocky Mountain now gets the ball from the inbound pass. They pass it inside, across the timeline, over to Weber on the right wing, near side. Inside now to Brenner Moore, who puts up a turnaround jumper. That's good. Brenner Moore with 2 points. Makes it 16-11. Caden Lone Dog dribbles up, throws it to the left corner to number 15, Stephen Lone Dog, and he passes it inside, and a bad shot by Caden Lone Dog as he gets bodied up. And they're going to call that last touch by St. Stephen's. No, they're going to call, I was going to say, that looked like it was blocked out of bounds by Rocky Mountain. St. Stephen's still has the ball. You can see St. Stephen's fans. Oh, wow, inbound pass right into the hands of Stephen Lone Dog. He shoots a 3, no good. Rebounded by St. Stephen's, though. Ridgely now going to put up a 3. His shot no good, this time rebounded by Rocky Mountain. As I was saying, you have St. Stephen's fans standing all around the court because they can't find a seat. That is how busy it is in here in the middle school stadium. And a long 3, no good by Rocky Mountain, rebounded by St. Stephen's, and now they have numbers, 3-on-2. Caden Lone Dog, long pass to Stephen Lone Dog, and it's no good, right over the head of him. He couldn't corral it in. That is the 4th turnover now on St. Stephen's, and now 21, Maddox Ames coming in for Rocky Mountain, and Nate Minnemeyer taking a break with 51.9 seconds to go in this first quarter. Yeah, St. Stephen's fans have packed the house, as well they always do. And now St. Stephen's with a quick inside look to Ames, and Ames puts up a turnaround jumper, no good. Oh, the tip goes to Rocky Mountain, way out by the half-court line. And Jacob Biscoff has it, corrals it into number 11, Weber, and now for three, another three, no good though this time. That three this time by Ben Simmons, rebounded by Caden Lone Dog. And 23 seconds to go. Looks like St. Stephen's might try and take the last shot. No, Caden Lone Dog with the long three, no good. So with 15 seconds left, Rocky Mountain going to try and do something here. 23, Jacob Biscoff gets the ball. He's double teamed. Passes it out to Weber at the top of the key for three, no good. Rebounded by St. Stephen's. 5 seconds to go. Tyron Ridgely going to take it across the timeline, and he's going to put up a three. Wild three, no good. Very short. At the end of the first quarter, it is 16-11. Rocky Mountain will be back with stats and the second quarter of play on 93.9 KTAK.
Everyone is a pedestrian.
When you're driving, yield to pedestrians. Wear light clothing.
Walk on a pathway instead of the road. Look out for pedestrians.
Avoid distractions like your phone. Look out for pedestrians, they're everywhere. We are the Wyoming Indian Lady Chiefs. We need you in our stand.
Living well isn't just about things. It's about the things that matter. Your family, your friends, and your health. For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been committed to improving the health and care of our communities. Today, we're investing more in our communities, in our people, in advanced medical technologies, and in specialized facilities, so access to better care is close to you and the things that matter most. Sage West Healthcare. Be well, live well. That's why we're here.
When you think about wellness, do you think about long walks, nutrition, having a personal trainer? No matter what your idea of wellness looks like, you can find yourself at Gotchi Gym. Their 1,900 square foot facility makes them one of the largest gyms open to the public in Wyoming. Be the best version of yourself with state-of-the-art equipment from senior to strongman. Take advantage of having a bistro on site as well as a certified NASM personal trainer. Take the first step in reaching your goals. Gotchi Gym. Gotchi Rehabilitation is always looking for new team members. See more at gotchi.org.
That's your car, dude.
No, it was a Toyota Corolla.
And we have some cars that are parked in a spot that is not okay, which is why our second quarter of play has not started yet. Now it does. A bunch of people in front of me, but St. Stephen's gets the inbound pass to Caden Lone Dog. Stephon Lone Dog at the top of the key. Passes it off to Ridgely. Ridgely now gives it off to Cyrus Tyndall. Tyndall, some fancy footwork, gets it inside to Jenkins. Jenkins goes up for two, and a player control foul on Jenkins. I don't know how it went down underneath the basket as there were bodies in front of me, but two players did end up on the ground for Rocky Mountain, so must have been a hard elbow. 7:41 to go in this second quarter. St. Stephen's down to Rocky Mountain 16-11. Rocky Mountain gets the ball into Haslam. Now it's in the hands of Simmons, who drives, gives it back out to Haslam. Haslam gives it to Weber at the top of the key. Inside to Simmons. And now from the wing, a three, no good by number 23, Biscoff. Rebounded by St. Stephen's. Lousy pass, almost stolen away. Stephon Lone Dog ends up getting it. He dribbles to the left wing. Left wing now kind of stopped up by Rocky Mountain players. Gives it off to Ridgely. Now to Tyndall. Tyndall looking for a pick and roll, but he ends up getting a nice bounce pass over to Ridgely for two. Oh, no good, and that wasn't Ridgely, that was Jenkins anyway. Jenkins long two, no good, rebounded by Rocky Mountain. And now Rocky Mountain moving inside Simmons for two, long two, no good. Rebounded by number 11, Weber, and that put back no good, and they're going to call that last touch by St. Stephen's. There are so many people here. People are sitting on the steps. And I really appreciate all St. Stephen's fans coming out here and supporting their team. This might be one of their first times in a while to get a state title bid after everything that happened around their school this last year. They are very happy to be here. Inbound pass to Rocky Mountain leads to a shot that was no good. Picked up by St. Stephen's, and now Ridgely dribbles to the wing. Now he dribbles inside the paint, puts a body on him, gives it inside now to Terrell Jenkins. Has to pass it back out to Lawrence Jenkins, who puts up a two. No good. Rocky Mountain saves it, but throws it inside, and now turned over by St. Stephen's. Oh, and they are calling. St. Stephen's fans are asking for a push. That was a rough call, no call, I should say. Now Rocky Mountain inside the paint, give it back out to Weber. Quick pass inside to Minnemeyer. He turns around, puts a shot up, and they're going to call a foul on that instead. And now even Tyron Ridgely talking to the ref saying, he pushed me. How did you not call that? So the foul goes on number 20, Terrell Jenkins, his first. And Minnemeyer is going to go to the line. First shot up, no good. Remember, it started off 16-11 in this quarter. We're already 2 minutes in. It's still 16-11. Minnemeyer at the line for his second free throw. See if he makes this one. He puts it up, and it is again no good. Hard off the back of the iron. Something happened at the line, though. Oh, looks like a St. Stephen's player stepped off the line, so they're going to give Minnemeyer another shot. And if you can't hear it, the boos are loud by the St. Stephen's crowd. So that will not count. That second miss won't count. Minnemeyer's second shot, technically third, is actually up and in. Third time's a charm. And so it is 17-11. Rocky Mountain. 23, Cyrus Tyndall passes it around to 15, Stephen Lone Dog. Now in the hands of Ridgely as he drives right behind the free throw line. He gets put up, and a foul going to be called as Ridgely tried to go up for the shot. And that's on number 33. That's Minnemeyer. And that is his first. And it's not a shooting foul. It happened on the turn before he went up. Quick inbound pass to Terrell Jenkins. Now inside is Lawrence Jenkins. Now back out to Ridgely. Ridgely drives up against 3 Rocky Mountain players, has to pass it back out. And now a three-pointer by Terrell. Terrell's shot no good and rebounded by Rocky Mountain. And boy, Cyrus Tyndall actually was the one with the shot there, and it was very close. Rocky Mountain doing really well on their interior defense. Inside pass to Minnemeyer is good. What an assist by Ben Simmons. And the score now goes to 19-11. Tyron Ridgely drives inside again, puts up a little shot, 5-foot floater. That one's good. Ridgely, one of the best players in 2A. He takes his team, puts them on his back every single game if he has to. And Rocky Mountain inside to Ben Simmons now. He dribbles, puts up a pass, long pass, now to the free throw line to Brennan Moore. Moore back out to Simmons. Simmons drives the baseline, puts up an easy layup. It's good. That makes it 21-13. Cyrus Tyndall dribbles up across the timeline, gives it out to Lawrence Jenkins, fakes a three, gives it to Stephen Lone Dog. Lone Dog drives the baseline, puts up a little shot, and that one's good. And boy, Stephen Lone Dog didn't have to work very hard for that. He just had to dribble through 2 players. And now a steal by Stephen Lone Dog. And that's the first turnover of the quarter for Rocky Mountain. And now a shot by St. Stephen's leads to a player control foul. He was trying to drive up the baseline, was number 15, that's Stephen Lone Dog. He was trying to drive up the baseline, put an elbow into a Rocky Mountain player a little too hard. So it is 21-15. Forgot to add that free throw. That was technically the third free throw, but second went in for Minnemeyer a little bit ago. 4:15 to go in this second quarter. St. Stephen's down 21-15 to Rocky Mountain. Rocky Mountain dribbles inside. Could have been a double dribble. You're hearing it from the fans. And now Ben Simmons inside at the free throw line. He gets held up, almost gets the ball stolen away by Caden Lone Dog. Has to pass it off, and now Simmons is going to drive the baseline after getting the ball back. Puts up a shot, no good. They're going to call a foul on that every time he put up the shot, and you could hear the slap from up here. Foul going to be on 12. That can't be right. 22, I apologize. That's Lawrence Jenkins' third. That is not good. And number 30, Ben Simmons, going to line. First shot up and good. He's 2 for 3 now on the game, I should say. Makes it 22-15. And I don't think Rocky Mountain expected this many people at their game to be against them. Second shot, no good by Ben Simmons. Rebounded, though, by Rocky Mountain, and then he trips and falls out of bounds. That will account for a turnover. 22-15, Caden Lone Dog dribbling up the timeline. Passes it over to number 23, who puts up a three-pointer. That's good. That's Cyrus Tyndall. Tyndall for three from the corner. And now over and back. Actually, he palmed the ball, did Rocky Mountain. And Rocky Mountain's number 3, Colin Haslam, can't believe it. Second straight turnover for Rocky Mountain, and St. Stephen's has some life here. 22-18. Tyndall with the ball at the top of the key. Gives it off to Stephen Lone Dog. Dribbles around, goes up against the tallest player, puts up a shot. No good, partially blocked. Now Haslam gets the ball over to Weber. Now inside to Ben Simmons, who puts up a shot. And they're going to call a blocking foul. Oh, man. If you can't hear it, it is very tense in here. Caden Lone Dog gets the blocking foul, and Ben Simmons is going to go back to the line. Ben Simmons just dropped a knee on Caden Lone Dog, too. Caden's PO'd about it on the line. Simmons' first shot up and bounces around. It's good. 23-18. It is 90% St. Stephen's fans here, so if you can't hear me, I'm not surprised. This feels like a St. Stephen's home game almost. Ben Simmons, second shot up and good. So he's now 1, 2, 3, 4 for 6. And the score goes to a 6-point lead. Tyron Ridgely inside gets it to Cyrus Tyndall outside for 3, no good. The long rebound given to Rocky Mountain, and now a long outlet pass to Simmons. One-on-one, Simmons actually pulls back a little bit, gives it to Weber on the wing. Simmons on the right side, near side, gives it off to Minnemeyer. Now back out to Simmons for 3. He's going to travel. Simmons commits the 4th turnover for Rocky Mountain in this quarter. 2:55 to go in this second quarter, 24-18. You're listening to 93.9 KTAK. St. Stephen's Eagles looking to get up and win this first regional game. They would love nothing more than to get to state after the tumultuous year they had outside of basketball this year. Now a long 3 from the far corner is no good by number 5, Angel Monroe. Rebound went to Rocky Mountain, and then he must have stepped out of bounds. I missed it. Angel Monroe going to inbound the ball. Long pass to the top of the key to Caden Lone Dog. Lone Dog dribbles inside, puts up a wild shot, and they're going to call a blocking foul that time on Rocky Mountain. Caden Lone Dog's down. Did a little windmill with the ball in the air, and he drew the foul with 2:32 to go in the second quarter, down 6. Caden Lone Dog 1 for 2 from the free throw line so far in this game. First shot up and bounces off the front and back. It's good. Now has 2 points in the game. Rocky Mountain brought their cheerleaders. They're right behind the basket. Caden Lone Dog's second shot up and much cleaner, much more pure. He now has 3, and the lead has been cut to 4. Rocky Mountain now back and forth between Haslam and Weber behind the timeline, now over the timeline. Weber to Simmons inside. Now Haslam on the wing for 3, no good. Bounces around a bunch, no good. Rebounded by Rocky Mountain, and they're going to call a held ball as him and Stephen Lone Dog were tied up. It's going to be Rocky Mountain ball thanks to the possession arrow. Possession arrow means that they will inbound from underneath the basket. Bounce pass into Simmons. Simmons falls to his feet. They're going to call that no travel, and instead they're going to give it off to Biscoff, who puts up a skyhook, and that's good. And St. Stephen's fans are livid they didn't call that a travel as he fell and slid with the ball. Caden Lone Dog on the wing, dribbles inside the paint, gets the ball picked away into the hands of Angel Monroe. Monroe's shot, no good, and I don't know who that went out of bounds on. Looks like it went out of bounds on St. Stephen's. Trying to get the rebound. So with under 2 minutes to go, it's still a 6-point lead for Rocky Mountain. Rocky Mountain at the top of the key, back and forth between Weber and Haslam. Remember, Rocky Mountain finished behind Wind River in the northwest quadrant, even though they both had 5 wins, 1 loss in the conference play. Meanwhile, St. Stephen's was bottom of the barrel in the southwest, going 3-13 on the season and 2-4 in conference play. And now there's a little bit of a scrum here. Angel Monroe and Colin Haslam kind of getting into it. Are they going to call that a held ball? There was a battle for the ball, and when it all came out, they had to hold Angel Monroe back. And they're going to call a foul. I didn't even see who the foul was called on. They're not even going to put it up on the scoreboard. Well, it will be a foul. Oh, they're still discussing it, the refs. That's why. All 3 refs sitting there talking about it, and they're explaining to Coach Mike Jenkins what happened. Coach Mike Jenkins wondering what's going on. And now the scorebook, or the score table, is getting description about it as well. It looks like this might be a flagrant or a tech. We do not know which is coming, and now Coach Jenkins saying he traveled before he got the foul called on him. So I'm as lost as you guys are. Now both teams are huddling up. Fans here asking for a double foul. Whatever the foul was, it's leading to Ben Simmons at the free throw line with no one around. So it looks like a tech, and Ben Simmons misses that first one. So I don't know who the tech is on. It's going to be on number 5. It is on Angel Monroe. Ben Simmons' second technical shot is good. And he's going to get a third. I really want to know what happened. I'll try and get a description at halftime and bring it to you folks, as Ben Simmons' second shot up and no good. So out of all that, only 1 point was given to Rocky Mountain. They will get the ball, as is on a technical there. And Colin Haslam will be the one inbounding underneath his basket for a chance to go up by possibly double digits. Haslam looking for someone inbounded to. Bounces it to Simmons inside. Simmons goes all the way to the top of the key, passes it off to Biscoff. Biscoff over to Haslam on the right wing, near side. 1:20 to go in this game. Haslam dribbles it around, and there's an off-the-ball foul. And that off-the-ball foul is going to go against St. Stephen's. Boy, these St. Stephen's fans are not happy. Someone's head might be on a stake after this, and that foul was called on Caden Lone Dog, his second. And if you could feel the tenseness in this stadium, you would probably not want to be here if you're a St. Stephen's fan. And everyone calling for a jump ball. I don't know what's going on here, but now the inbound pass from Rocky Mountain goes to Biscoff. Biscoff inside to Simmons, back out to Biscoff. Biscoff on the left wing, far side. Now to Haslam on the right wing, inside. Now Simmons is going to put up a 3, no good. Rebounded by Ridgely. Ridgely almost fouled. Ridgely ended up going to going coast to coast. Puts up a shot, and they're going to call a foul first. This has been a heck of a game so far. 1:03 to go. That foul was on Ben Simmons, his second. Inbound pass goes to Caden Lone Dog on the right wing, far side. Now Tyron Ridgely on the corner, far side. He tries to dribble inside, puts up a shot after spinning around. No good. Rebounded by Biscoff. Under a minute to go. Rocky Mountain might take the last shot, up by 6 here. Biscoff stopped behind the half-court line. He ends up giving it to Weber. Weber puts up a little floater, 5 feet, no good. Rebounded by Ridgely, 36 seconds to go. Ridgely to Caden Lone Dog on the left wing. Inside to 21 Spoon Hunter, puts up a shot, no good, way off the mark. Don't know what was going on there. 24 seconds now as Biscoff has to pass it off, almost stolen away by Ridgely. Minnemeyer now over to Haslam for 3. I'm sorry, Haslam at 3, and he's at the half-court line. and he gets a foul called against Stephen Lone Dog. Looked like he tripped, but Stephen Lone Dog going to get called for the foul. That's 10 fouls now on St. Stephen's in this first quarter. You could make a case that 3 or 4 of them may not be real fouls, and that is why St. Stephen's fans are so angry. Haslam going to the line for one-and-ones. No good, and it's not one-and-ones because they have 10, remember? I didn't. So he gets 2 shots. First one no good, remains 27-21. Second shot up, also no good. Rebounded by Rocky Mountain. Minnemeyer barely got it. And under 10 seconds now, quick inside pass to Weber, that's good. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Ridgely's gonna fire up a last second 3, and no good. So at the end of 2 very stressful quarters, it is 29-21 in favor of Rocky Mountain. I'm going to go down to the scorekeeper and see what was going on with that technical. I'll be back with our Central Wyoming College halftime show.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org. Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now. Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Wyoming Community Bank is ready to serve you. Stop in at any one of their branches located in Riverton, Lander, and DuBois. A bank that is owned and operated by the locals of Fremont County. Wyoming Community Bank. They're here to help you.
At some point, everyone is a pedestrian.
When you're driving, yield to pedestrians. Wear light clothing.
Walk on a pathway instead of the road.
Look out for pedestrians.
Avoid distractions like your phone. Look out for pedestrians, they're everywhere. We are the Wyoming Indian Lady Chiefs. We need you in our stand.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WYDOT.
Welcome back to our Central Wyoming College halftime show. Remember, for more information on their 4-year Bachelor of Applied Science degree, Applied Arts, I don't remember, excuse me, sorry. For more information on their 4-year bachelor's degree, go to cwc.edu. And if you want to learn more information about how you can earn that 4-year degree from the comfort of your own couch, you can also go to cwc.edu. Central Wyoming College, make your way out here. Sorry about that. There's so much on my mind, so much on the plate here. We do have a point retraction. It was 27-21 on the scoreboard. Had to double check there. They gave a free throw to St. Stephen's instead of Rocky Mountain. So more clarification on that foul. It was a foul on Angel Monroe, a common foul, and then an intentional right after it. That's what led to the 3 free throws, and that's what led to him getting 2 fouls in one play. So Angel Monroe had a talking to with Mike Jenkins over there, and Coach Mike Jenkins, I'm sure, told him to kind of cool himself down a little bit. And obviously we're in a game of emotion, but that is what leads to game-winning and momentum-winning plays there. That led to only 1 point, luckily, for Rocky Mountain, but it could have led to 3 plus the ball back, which could have been any more to 6 to 7 points. So at the end of your first half, it's 29-20, Rocky Mountain. Here's some scores. Colin Haslam, 0 points. He had a shot at the free throw line. Just thought I'd mention that. Carson Weber has 7. He had 5 in the first quarter. Jacob Biscoff has 5. He had a 3-pointer in the first quarter. Ben Simmons had not 1, not 2. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 free throw attempts, including those 3 from the intentional foul. And he made 1, 2, 3, 4 of them in that quarter, plus a 2-pointer. He has 10 points combined with his 3 and free throw from the first quarter. 2 points for Brenner Moore and 5 points for Nate Minnemeyer. The Rocky Mountain Grizzlies only have 6 total turnovers, and so do St. Stephen's, actually, 6 total turnovers. Excuse me. St. Stephen's, Caden Lone Dog had 1 point in the first, 2 in the second for 3 points total. Stephen Lone Dog had 2 points in the second quarter. Not Stefan, Stephen. Lawrence Jenkins had 2 in the first, 2 in the, and that's it, two whole points. Cyrus Tyndall had 2 in the first, 3 in the second for 5. Tyron Ridgely had 6 in the first, 2 in the second. So in that second quarter, we had 2 free throws, a 3, and 2 2-pointers. That equals up to 9 points. That was added on to their 11 from the first. That makes it 29-20. And again, both teams really needing a win here. Rocky Mountain had a much better season than St. Stephen's, but that doesn't mean that St. Stephen's isn't a great team. They've had a lot of back and forth with a couple great players, and Coach Mike Jenkins has gotten the most out of this team, especially Tyron Ridgely and Caden Lone Dog. Stefan Lone Dog, when I first saw him, I thought he reminded me a little bit of a little Allen Iverson, the way he wears his clothes, the way he wears his hair, the way he plays the game, and so far we have not seen very much of him. I expected him to come out and really put on a show for this crowd, and we have not gotten that yet. So with 2:15 to go before tip-off, I'll take one more quick break. Glad we got a clarification on that foul, and we will be back on 93.9 KTAK, or you're streaming on Wild Today's YouTube page.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
From the field, to the court, to the pool, and beyond, Fremont County athletes give their blood, sweat, and tears for their teammates and community. Why compromise that with alcohol or marijuana? Help your athlete make the most of their playing time by avoiding the dangers and impact that substance use can have on their performance and future. For more resources and information, visit FremontCountyPrevention.com.
Papa Murphy's is proud to sponsor this week's Player of the Game. For a limited time, enjoy a Papa Murphy's barbecue chicken pizza made with KC Masterpiece barbecue sauce. After the game or anytime, you can't beat the fresh ingredients and authentic flavor of a Papa Murphy's Take and Bake pizza. And you know it's baked right every time because you baked it yourself. Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton. Drop in or order online at papamurphys.com. Go Wolverines!
Heinz General Store has been the grocery store of choice for the Fort Washakie area since 1945. For this week's special, see their website at heinzgeneralstore.net. And for convenient shopping this winter, click on Heinz Online, download the app, and shop in the comfort of home. Schedule a convenient pickup time, and the team at Heinz General Store will do the rest. Heinz General Store is a proud sponsor of Wyoming Indian basketball. Let's go, Chiefs!
And if you're hearing that, let's go Chiefs, but let's also go Eagles. We are all rooting for Fremont County to win these 2A regionals. That's why we're here. And now that the halftime show is over, I want to say big thanks to Central Wyoming College. Remember, for more information on their 4-year bachelor degree programs and how to earn them at home from the comfort of your couch, just go to cwc.edu. Central Wyoming College, make your way out here. St. Stephen's now going left to right on your radio dial. They get the ball out to Caden Lone Dog on the left side, far side for three, no good. Rebounded by Biscoff for Rocky Mountain. And St. Stephen's coming at him really fast, really hard on the full court press, really trying to pick these balls out of their arms and trying to get a few turnovers to get this score back to even. It is 29-20 despite what the scorebook says here on our WYO Today YouTube page. 29-20, and Rocky Mountain throws the ball away to begin their first series. So number 23, Cyrus Tyndall is going to inbound it to Caden Lone Dog. Lone Dog not facing any sort of pressure, even half court, gives it off to Stefan Lone Dog. Stefan now back out to Ridgely. Now out to Lawrence Jenkins for three, and that's good. And boy, they needed that, I will tell you that much. St. Stephen's has been looking for a three pretty much all game, and now a steal by Ridgely. Ridgely's going to drive all the way inside. He gets his shot blocked. But he's fouled on the block. And that's going to be a foul on number 11, Carson Weber. So Tyron Ridgely, with 7 minutes, 3 seconds to go, could make this a 4-point game. And you hear the St. Stephen's chant. St. Stephen's, Tyron Ridgely, first shot from free throw line is good. He now has 9 points on the game. That's the most outside of Rocky Mountain's Ben Simmons with 10. Ridgely could tie that here with the free throw, and he does not. Off the back of the iron. Nice rebound by Biscoff. Put his hand up, looked like an Odell Beckham Jr. catch. And now a quick pass inside to Minnemeyer, back out to Haslam. Haslam going to drive with the left hand. It's good. Off the board, and that's Haslam's first points of the game, and that puts Rocky Mountain back up by 8. Caden Lone Dog, bounce pass inside to Ridgely. I'm sorry, that's not Ridgely. Wow, that's Lawrence Jenkins. Nice turnaround with the left hand, and he gets it to 31-25. And almost a travel there. Minnemeyer now goes in for two, and he gets his and one. Minnemeyer hesitated on the shot, pump faked it, and that brought up the St. Stephen's player. And as he jumped, that was just smart by Minnemeyer to go up, put his body up against him. He knew he could get that too. He was right under the basket. Still haven't put up who that foul was on. And his shot for for the old-fashioned three-point play is good. And that foul was on 22. That's Lawrence Jenkins' fourth. And that is not good. Jenkins has 5 points already in this quarter. So it's 34-26. I'm wondering where they got that free throw from if he missed it. Did he miss that free throw? I guess he didn't. He did. So it's 34-26. Forgive me, 6:17 to go. Rocky Mountain gets the ball, and Biscoff inside the paint. No good. Rebounded after tipping it around by St. Stephen's. And Tyron Ridgely will dribble up the court. He's going to drive in, put his shoulder in, put up a shot, and it's good. Ridgely with the two, now a 6-point lead. Inbound pass by Rocky Mountain, almost stolen. And now it's 2-on-1. Rocky Mountain's Simmons has to pull up his shot, though. He knew he could have gotten the foul. And now inside pass stolen away by St. Stephen's, and then they almost lost it themselves. Angel Monroe, a little trickery behind the back pass, and now he's going to drive, no one in front of him, puts up a wild shot. He didn't have to do the windmill, and instead it's missed, and it's rebounded by Rocky Mountain. Boy, he had a chance, and Carson Weber now has the ball at the top of the key going up against Tyndall. Now over on the left side, near side, now into Minnemeyer. Now Simmons goes up with the right hand, and it's good. Simmons had no one stopping him, and they're going to call a timeout. Coach Mike Jenkins is not happy. Score 36-28. Rocky Mountain. We'll be back with the last 5 minutes, 13 seconds in this third quarter to play.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
Welcome back. Rocky Mountain currently up on St. Stephen's Eagles 36-28. Stephon Lone Dog inbounding from the left here, going left to right on your radio dial is St. Stephen's in their black uniforms with red numbers. Bounce pass across the timeline to Ridgely. Ridgely has played most of the minutes in this game. Ridgely drives the baseline, almost loses it, almost goes out of bounds. Now a long pass to the top of the key to Lone Dog, back under the Ridgely, and now Lone Dog gets the ball, and the back of his head hits the nose of Carson Weber as he comes up. Weber wants that to be a call, and they're calling an elbow on someone, but Stephon Lone Dog going to go to the line. That's going to be number 11's third foul. That's Carson Weber's third foul. Stephon Lone Dog, first opportunities at points here. Free throw up and good. He's got 1 point, looking for two as he makes it 36-29. Second shot up and not as good. It's actually off the back of the iron, rebounded by Rocky Mountain. Rocky Mountain's Biscoff tries to go up against Caden Lone Dog. He gets stopped, and now he has to push it out to the top of the key to Minnemeyer. He doesn't want to be there. Now on the left side, near side to Weber. Weber inside to Minnemeyer. Now even more inside, back outside to Haslam for three. Air ball off the iron, basically, and now rebounded by St. Stephen's, who fouls Jacob Biscoff on his shot. Yeah, it wasn't necessarily an air ball, but it hit the net, and it stopped it just enough to land right in the hands of Jacob Biscoff. So Biscoff going to go to the line, up 7, 4:32 to go, and that foul on Tyron Ridgely, his first. Biscoff shot up off the front of the iron, no good. And looks like Weber's coming out, and 32 Brenner Moore coming in. St. Stephen keeps their same team on the court. Second shot by Biscoff up, no good. Wow, rebounded by the shortest player on the field, on the court, Haslam. Gives it to Minnemeyer at the half-court logo. Now back out to Simmons, going up against Cyrus Tyndall. Simmons pulls up from the long two, has to give it back out to Minnemeyer. Minnemeyer hands it off to Simmons. Simmons has to back into Cyrus Tyndall, about 10 feet away from the three-point line. Minnemeyer now with the ball. He's going up against Ridgely. He dribbles. Minnemeyer goes up with that big body, doesn't get fouled, puts up a shot, no good. Boy, the Coach Winland is mad, and now a wide open, easy inside look there for number 22, Lawrence Jenkins. There was no one under the paint to stop him. And now Rocky Mountain's still in the backcourt until now. They get it over the timeline. Simmons drives all the way up, puts up a shot, and it hits the bottom of the backboard. And he's calling for a foul, but the ref says no. And it goes out of bounds. It's going to be St. Stephen's ball, 36-31. Less than 4 minutes to go. Tyron Ridgely gets the shot, or gets the ball at the top of the key, puts up a three-pointer. That's nothing but net. Tyron Ridgely makes it a 2-point game. Rocky Mountain still facing full court pressure, and now the ball's stolen. Oh, but they're going to call a reach-in foul first on Caden Lone Dog. The effort by Lone Dog to get all of these pick plays is just, amazing how his body is not as tired as it should be by now. That's foul number 3 on St. Stephen's. And that's foul number 3 on Caden Lone Dog. And I should say team foul number 3 in the third quarter, I should say, in the second half. And now as they dribble around to try and drive, another foul. Who's this one on? I didn't see that. As he was coming around the dribble, he came into the 2 or 3 black jerseys, and I don't know. Oh, it's 23. That's Cyrus Tyndall's second. Inbound pass to Simmons. He's stopped up. Gets a high pass inside to Brenner Moore underneath. Now back out to Biscoff for 3. No good. Rebounded by Lone Dog. And Lone Dog going up against Moore right under the basket as he rebounds it. Now he crosses the timeline. Lone Dog over to Tyndall. Tyndall to Stefan Lone Dog for 3. No good. And nice box out by Minnemeyer. Gets the rebound. 36-34, just under 3 minutes to play. Stefan Lone Dog going up against the 2 biggest players for Rocky Mountain. He almost gets the ball out, and Simmons has the ball held up by St. Stephen's, and it's going to be a held ball. Simmons begging for a foul, saying this is the second time in 2 plays that I've been fouled and you're not calling it. The ball will go to Rocky Mountain due to possession arrow, and now going to have a substitution come in. Carson Weber coming in for Jacob Biscoff. Wow, it's getting loud in here. If you can't tell, St. Stephen's fans travel well, even if it is only 20 minutes up the road. Inbound pass to Weber. Weber in the backcourt, dribbles up against Stefan Lone Dog. Now he crosses over the timeline to Haslam. Haslam, no one in front of him, drives up with the left hand. It's good. And Rocky Mountain goes back up by 4. Caden Lone Dog on the right wing, dribbles behind his back. That could have been a travel, but it gets knocked into the hands of Tyron Ridgely. Puts up a 2, no good. Rebounded, now put back up by Lawrence Jenkins. That rolls off, and it's rebounded by Rocky Mountain. Crazy sequence of events there to even lead to 2 extra shots for St. Stephen's. And now they're calling for a travel, no, but it's tipped away by St. Stephen's anyway. Rocky Mountain's 4th turnover of the third quarter. Tyron Ridgely dribbling inside the paint, passes it to Jenkins. Jenkins inside for 2, and it's good. I'm sorry, Tyndall inside for 2, and it's good. All this emotion in here has me not even reading numbers. Cyrus Tyndall with a 2, and now a blocking foul as number 30, Ben Simmons, tries to cross the timeline. And I think that's going to be on Caden. It is on Caden. That's his 4th. So now 2 St. Stephen's Eagles in foul trouble with Lawrence Jenkins and Caden Lone Dog with 4. They sub Stephen Lone Dog in for Caden. Ball goes into Rocky Mountain. Weber at the top of the key, blocked by a much smaller Stefan Lone Dog. Inside now to Minnemeyer, being guarded by Ridgely. And now Minnemeyer gets the switch he wants, passes it down under to Moore, puts up the little free layup, no good. How did he miss that? I don't know. Off the iron, rebounded by St. Stephen's. They have a chance to tie or take the lead with 1:30 here to go in the third. Stefan Lone Dog bounce pass underneath to Jenkins. Jenkins gets the ball underneath to Stephen Lone Dog, and the ball tipped out. I thought it was tipped out by Rocky Mountain, but I guess no, it's off the foot of St. Stephen's. And that's going to be a turnover on St. Stephen's, their 2nd of the quarter. Inbound for Rocky Mountain goes against full court press. Minnemeyer still in the backcourt, puts it up to Simmons. Simmons goes across the timeline. Boy, these St. Stephen's fans are ruthless. They want to foul on every single time a player touches. And now a blocking foul on Stefan Lone Dog as Simmons falls to the ground. Stefan, number 13, not number 15. Stefan's the one that looks and plays like Allen Iverson. Right now only has 1 point. I don't know why we had a buzzer. This game is so fast-paced, they're double-checking and making sure they have the right numbers for each player as far as fouls go. We're going to get a little bit of a brief timeout here. Not a real timeout. Coach Mike Jenkins still making his plea that there wasn't a blocking foul. Inbound pass to Haslam. Haslam in the backcourt, dribbles across the timeline. 1:05 to go in the third quarter. Minnemeyer at the half-court logo, doesn't know what to do. He's the center. He doesn't really get the ball and play point. Now over to Simmons, now over to Haslam on the right wing, far side. He dribbles to the wing and keeps dribbling outside. Now inside to Brenner Moore, and a bad pass, last touched by Rocky Mountain. Just too high for Rocky Mountain to corral it in. And a sub coming in, Biscoff replacing Brenner Moore. Size advantage still heavily in favor of Rocky Mountain. Tyron Ridgely gets the inbound pass with 45 seconds to go. Ridgely at the top of the key. He's going to try and dribble with the left hand. He goes in, puts up a little floater. No good from 6 feet out. Rebounded by Rocky Mountain. And with 35 seconds to go, let's see what Rocky decides to do here. Wow, Simmons dribbles around 2 different players. Passes it back out to Weber for 3. No good. Rebounded by Steven Lone Dog. Steven Lone Dog out to Stephon Lone Dog. Now to Lawrence Jenkins. Jenkins 1-on-3. He has to hold it. Gives it off to Cyrus Tyndall. Tyndall puts up a 3 from the corner. No good. Rebounded by Steven Lone Dog, though, under the basket. Gives it back out to Lawrence Jenkins. Long 2. No good. That one rebounded and out of bounds by St. Stephen's. Boy, every shot in this game could send this crowd into agony or into a cheering fit. Either way, you don't know tense feeling until you go to a St. Stephen's game. The Wyoming Indian St. Stephen's game that St. Stephen's won was a lot more tense. Now Simmons goes coast to coast off the inbound pass, puts up a left-handed floater, no good, and they're going to call a held ball after the rebound by Steven Lone Dog. That means that St. Stephen's gets the ball. Don't know why we're still yelling here. It's 2.1 seconds to go, though. They're going to have to do something quick. They call a timeout, Mike Jenkins does, so they could call up a play, maybe get this game tied before the end of the third quarter. We have 2.1 seconds to go. 38-36, Rocky Mountain.
The staff and board at the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft show, or showed your livestock, thank you for all your efforts. We'll be moving and grooving next year, so stay tuned.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Welcome back. 2 seconds to go in this third quarter, 2.1 to be exact. Inbound pass was supposed to happen from Stephon Lone Dog, but refs are whistling, trying to get something set up here. I guess maybe someone wasn't in the right position. Stephon Lone Dog facing full court pressure. Inbounds it to Tyron Ridgely, and he's going to throw up a long shot. No good. Oh, it almost hits the backboard, or almost hits the basket that's up and up in the air. And with that, it's 38-36 entering the fourth quarter. We'll take one more break. I'll be right back with some stats.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
Welcome back to a very tense Riverton Middle School stadium. They should have put this game in the high school, I'm not going to lie, because there is enough St. Stephen's fans crowded around the basketball stadium to fill the other side of the bleachers right now. Inbound pass to Rocky Mountain leads to a foul. Looks like a blocking foul, and that's going to send Rocky Mountain for 1-and-1s for the rest of the quarter. They already have 7 fouls in this quarter. St. Stephen's really not doing a good job fouling with grace here, if there is such a thing. So Biscoff going to go to the line, 38-36. First shot in and good. Biscoff with his 6th point. St. Stephen's outscored Rocky Mountain 16-9 in that third quarter, the first time that they outscored them this game. Biscoff's second shot up and good, much more pure. And that leads to a 4-point lead again for Rocky Mountain. Ridgely dribbling up. He's played almost every minute, if not all of them. Ridgely dribbles inside, does 2 different spin moves, puts up a shot, and they're going to call a foul first. His shot was definitely blocked. That foul going to be on number 10. Is that Hudson May? Or maybe it's number 30. I just saw the 0. Yes, 30. Ben Simmons, that's his 3rd. So inbound pass underneath the basket from Ridgely to Stefan Lone at the top of the key. He dribbles around, gives it off to Cyrus Tyndall. Tyndall on the right wing, near side, behind his legs, or behind his back, between his legs. Stefan Lone picks up the loose dribble, gives it off to Stephen Lone who's on the right side corner, near side, gives it off to Stefan again. Stefan on the right wing, trying to find someone inside. Cyrus Tyndall now has the shot. Now he puts it up to Lawrence Jenkins, who puts up a 3, no good. And the small guys battle for it underneath the basket, rebounded by Rocky Mountain. Rocky Mountain almost has the ball tipped away, and now Weber goes all the way in, coast to coast. Oh, and his shot was blocked, and they're going to call that a foul. And Lawrence Jenkins says, I just had my hands up. I didn't do anything. I just had my hands straight up. Boy, the fans here not feeling the refs. And that is Lawrence Jenkins' 5th. He's fouled out with 9 points in this game, as he had 7 of those 9 points in the last quarter alone. And he has to come off the court. I don't think he realizes it yet. Now he does. So on the court after Rocky Mountain's Carson Weber puts up the first free throw. Oh, no good. On the court for St. Stephen's is Tyron Ridgely, Caden Lone Stephen Lone Stefan Lone and Lawrence Jenkins. Cyrus Tyndall. Biscoff coming back into play for Rocky Mountain. Weber's second free throw is up and good. He now has 8 points, first since the second quarter. 41-36 lead for Rocky Mountain. St. Stephen's gives it off to Stephen. Stephen behind the back, over to Stefan. Stefan now over to Tyndall. Tyndall's going to put up a 3 off the backboard, no good. Rebounded by Stephen, puts up a shot with the left hand, it's good. Stephen Lone nice left-handed, and Rocky Mountain ends up on the ground holding his right ankle. It looks like is Carson Weber. He is in a lot of pain. They're calling over the athletic trainer. He's rolling over. I didn't see what happened. Looked like he was trying to come down and just landed on his foot wrong. We're going to take a timeout as they tend to him. It is 41-38 Rocky Mountain. We'll be back on 93.9 KTAK.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
WyoGlass wants to wish all the Lander Valley Tiger teams good luck this year. WyoGlass is locally owned and operated in Lander. They bleed green. Call or stop in today to get a quote on a window or get a quick fix on your window for a rock chip. WyoGlass is Lander.
Are you a caring person that wants to help but not sure where to go? Wyoming Senior Citizen Inc. is looking for caregivers across the state. Call 307-856-6880 to find out more information. They would like to wish all Fremont County athletes good luck this year.
Welcome back. It was Carson Weber, and he's being helped off the court. Can't put any weight on his right ankle. It looks like he's probably going to be done. 6:54 to go in this fourth and final quarter. Weber with 8 points. Now inbounding is number 23, Biscoff. He passes it to Minnemeyer, and it just knocks off his knee out of bounds. That's a turnover. Minnemeyer has been showing that he's not the guy to run point or really do anything like that. So them passing to him on the inbound pass when he wasn't ready for it just goes to show. I mean, that's not his job. And now an inbound pass underneath their own basket to Tyron Ridgely, who spins, puts up a little 6-foot floater, no good. Off the backboard, way too hard. Rebounded by Biscoff. Now over to Brenner Moore. Now into Haslam. Haslam has 2-on-1 against Steven. He puts up the left-handed layup. No good. Player control foul. Jacob Biscoff. I'm sorry, Colin Haslam. And boy, oh boy, Stephen Lone Dog did a great job planting his feet and saying, you charge me if you want. I'll take it all day, every day. And we're going to get a 1-minute timeout by Rocky Mountain's coach, Winland. We will be back. It's a tight game, 3-point game here at the midway point through the fourth quarter, 6:36 to go.
When you purchase your car, do you know if you got the best payment possible? The answer is probably no. Oftentimes, your loan is packed with additional charges that can drive your monthly payment higher than it should be, costing you thousands of dollars more for your car. Hi, this is Patty, and here is your second chance to get the payment you deserve. Visit Atlantic City Federal Credit Union today for a courtesy loan review. We've helped our members save money by refinancing their vehicle with us. Now it's your turn. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Welcome back. 41-38. 6:36 to go in this fourth quarter. We have one player fouled out already. That is Lawrence Jenkins. There is Caden Lone Dog for St. Stephen's with 4 fouls, and 2 players have 3 fouls on Rocky Mountain. Carson Weber looks like he's not going to come back in. He's one of them. He's getting his ankle wrapped up on the right side of the bench. Maybe he could come back. Who knows? Tyron Ridgely gets the ball to inbound it, passes it off to Cyrus Tyndall. Now on the left side, far side is Stephen Lone Dog. To the top of the key, now to the right to Tyndall. Tyndall trying to dribble around the biggest guy on the court, Minnemeyer. And now Tyron Ridgely at the top of the key. He's going to put up a 3 after some fancy footwork, no good. That would have sent this crowd into a frenzy. Biscoff gets the ball, passes it off to Haslam. They're in the backcourt facing full court pressure. Simmons gets all the way around 3 players, dribbles all the way underneath the paint, puts up a right-handed layup, no, and that is good. Almost thought it would have been a foul there, but no. St. Stephen's, Caden Lone Dog drives all the way down himself, puts up a shot, no good. Rebounded, though, by Tyron Ridgely, who does the putback, and that is good. So, it's 43-40, Rocky Mountain, and now a player control foul against Rocky Mountain as Stephon Lone Dog hits the ground. That's going to be on Ben Simmons, his 4th. And boy, I don't know if it was great acting by Stephon Lone Dog or just a really hard push, but the much bigger Ben Simmons knocked down Stephon, and Stephon, he called that from the floor. He said that's a player control foul. Now he has the ball at the top of the key. Now to the right wing, now over to Tyndall on the right corner near side. Going up against Minnemeyer, I keep forgetting his last name. And now over to Stephen Lone Dog, who drives the baseline, has to pick up his dribble, gives it out to Stephon, almost loses it out of bounds. Now to the top of the key to Tyndall, over to Caden for 3, no good. Rebounded by, Biscoff, and he gets a hand to the face. That is a foul on Cyrus Tyndall. That's going to be his 3rd. And that's going to send Biscoff back to the line. Biscoff made his last 2, missed the one before that. Just a blatant hand to the face there, reaching for the rebound. We've already had an intentional foul in this game. 43-40, 5:13 to go. Biscoff's going to get 2 here from the charity strip. First shot up and off the backboard, no good. And it's rebounded, though, by Rocky Mountain. Ben Simmons gets the ball in, and wow, no over the back against Caden Lone Dog. The ball goes out of bounds, last touch by St. Stephen's, but boy, Caden Lone Dog almost leapfrogged Biscoff underneath the basket. Inbound pass coming from right in front of the bench of Rocky Mountain into Simmons. Simmons dribbles around 2 players, back out to Haslam. Haslam now at the top of the key, underneath to Minnemeyer. Minnemeyer hands off to Haslam, and a player control foul on Haslam. He lost it out of bounds anyway. It would have been a turnover. Instead, another foul on Colin Haslam. And if you didn't think that St. Stephen's was getting the calls in the first half and the third quarter, they're getting them in this fourth quarter now. St. Stephen's gets the ball to Caden Lone Dog. He crosses the timeline. Down by 3, under 5 minutes to go. Tyron Ridgely with the ball. Over to a wide open Stephen Lone Dog for 3. And that's good! Stephen Lone Dog ties the game. Rocky Mountain gets the ball inbounded. They're facing full court pressure, and Stephen Lone Dog going to be called for a foul as he almost blatantly tripped number 30, Ben Simmons. That's going to send Simmons to the line, but Lone Dog can handle it. He just hit the big 3. 4:37 to go. It's 43-43. That's the third foul on Stephen Lone Dog. Ben Simmons' first shot from the free throw is good. He now has 15 points. And then Mike Jenkins from St. Stephen's going to call a timeout. Just a little over halfway to go in this fourth quarter. It's now 44-43 Rocky Mountain. This is a game, folks. Don't turn your dial.
For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been committed to improving the health of our communities. Today, we're investing more in our communities, in our people, and in advanced medical technologies, so access to better care is closer to home.
Are you a caring person that wants to help but not sure where to go? Wyoming Senior Citizen Inc. is looking for caregivers across the state. Call 307-856-6880 to find out more information. They would like to wish all Fremont County athletes good luck this year.
Welcome back as Ben Simmons is going to take his second free throw here in a second. We want to remind everyone watching that we don't have live video footage because of copyright rules. I am new to Wyoming, but I have learned that the NFHS basically controls everything around here. And unless you want to pay a pretty penny, we are not allowed to film. So the scoreboard's the best option we got. I don't mind it at all. It means I don't have to work a camera. And Ben Simmons' second shot up and no good. And it's last touch by Rocky Mountain on the way out. So it's only a 1-point differential here. And now the refs are talking it over. They're going to let St. Stephen's keep it. No, they're not. They're giving it to Rocky Mountain. And St. Stephen's is a little bit blindsided. Now they're not really setting up for defense. Inbound pass to Minnemeyer over to Haslam on the right wing. Now in the right corner is Simmons. Inside to Minnemeyer, up against a much smaller player. He puts up a shot, no good. The rebound tip goes to St. Stephen's. They're going to call a foul before the rebound, though. Foul on 23, Jacob Biscoff. Biscoff saying, what did I do? I wasn't even under the basket. That's going to lead to some one-and-ones. So St. Stephen's could take the lead or tie it right here. That's actually Biscoff's second. I must have missed his first. Stephen Lone Dog going to the line for the first time tonight. He's got 7 points already. First shot up. High arching shot is good. Make that 8 points and make it tied. Boy, oh boy, folks. If this game ends in a tie, I would not be surprised. Overtime, I could smell it. Stephen Lone Dog's second shot up, no good. Rebounded by Brenner Moore. Moore double-teamed, swarmed, gets it off to Minnemeyer. Minnemeyer doesn't know what to do. He gives it off to Haslam. Haslam loses the ball to Stephon Lone Dog. Off to Tyron Ridgely under the basket. He puts up a shot. It's good! Tyron Ridgely gives the St. Stephen Eagles the lead. 46-44. Now down at the other end, Simmons up against Lone Dog. Lone Dog does a little acting. Simmons gets the three ball. No good. And trying to save it out of bounds is Haslam. And he does so. He throws it off the feet of St. Stephen's. Boy, oh my goodness. 3:55 to go in this game. And what a game it is, folks. Colin Haslam inbounds it directly to Minnemeyer under the post. He puts up a shot blocked by Tyron Ridgely. They're going to call that a foul. Tyron Ridgely claiming it was all ball. Referee not hearing any of it. Tyron Ridgely, that's his second. My wife giving me eyes of fear here as the fans from both squads are just at the top of their lungs yelling. 46-44, Minnemeyer's first free throws of the fourth quarter. One up, one no good. Minnemeyer trying to say that Stephen Lone Dog stepped over the line. Remember, Minnemeyer benefited from an extra free throw earlier from that same thing. His second free throw here, up and good. Nothing but net. He almost tried to fake out St. Stephen's into doing the same thing. So now it's 46-45 St. Stephen's. Caden Lone Dog at the top of the key. Bodies hit the floor. Tyron Ridgely puts his hands up. Three-pointer by by Tyndall. No good. Rebounded by, what happened there? It was rebounded by Stephen Lone Dog. He's claiming he was pushed out of bounds, but I guess he stepped out of bounds. So still 46-45, 3:40 to go. Minnemeyer inbounds it to Simmons. He's got a free lane down coast to coast, and he gets a blocking foul called against Caden Lone Dog. That's his 5th. He's out of here. Boy, Simmons with his height and his speed has just been bum rushing Eagles and taking the charge if he gets it. Ben Simmons has 4 fouls. That was pretty risky of him to go right at Caden Lone Dog. It pays off. He goes to the line. 3:34 to go. And they bring in Walter Duran to replace Caden Lone Dog. Simmons' first shot up and nothing but net. The Rocky Mountain fans can be heard. Simmons' second shot up and good. They retake the lead. 47-46. Tyron Ridgely dribbles up to the top of the key, spins around. Oh, bad pass over to Stephon Lone Dog. He gets it back. Top of the key, long pass to Steven, and now he puts up a shot. Blocking foul first. That's going to be on Colin Haslam, his 4th. Lots of fouls in this game. While Steven gets ready for his free throw attempts, let's go down the line. Colin Haslam has 4. Carson Weber has 3. He's not coming back in the game, it looks like. Jacob Biscoff has 2. Ben Simmons has 4. Stephen Lone Dog's shot up and good. And then Ben Simmons has 4. Minnemeyer has 1. Tyron Ridgely has 2. Tyndall has 3. Terrell Jenkins has 1. Stephen Lone Dog has 2. And that second free throw is good, which makes it a 48-47 game. Inbound pass to Simmons. Simmons going to do the same thing. He's going to charge, and he dribbles back out. He picks up his dribble, gives it off to Biscoff at the top. Now to Minnemeyer. Inside, he spins around, puts up a shot. That's good and 1. To finish off what I was saying, Stephen Lone Dog has 2, Stephon Lone Dog has 2, Angel Monroe has 2, and both Caden Lone Dog and Lawrence Jenkins have fouled out. And quickly, Walter Duran comes back out of the game, and coming in is Terrell Jenkins. We mentioned he has 1 foul. Minnemeyer trying for the old-fashioned 3-point play to make it a 2-point game with 3:10 to go. Minnemeyer's second shot up, off the front of the iron, no good. Rebounded by St. Stephen's, and then lost out of bounds. Lost out of bounds. I haven't been keeping as much track of turnovers, but second turnover there, and that was Cyrus Tyndall just dribbling it off his foot. 49-48, Rocky Mountain. They get the ball over the timeline. Simmons dribbles to the top of the free throw line. Back to Minnemeyer, who just holds the ball at the top. Under 3 minutes to go now. Simmons dribbles around 2 players. He goes in, and they're going to call another blocking foul. He's done that multiple times now. Simmons going to go to the line as his shot does not fall. Foul on number 20. That's Jenkins' second. He just came into the game. Coach Jenkins is peeved, to say the least. Simmons' first shot up. No good. In and out. So it remains 49-48, 2:51 to go. Ben Simmons' second shot up, and also no good. Rebounded by Jenkins. Now Tyron Ridgely gets it down to the right wing. Stephon Lone Dog for 3, no good. Rebounded by Tyron Ridgely, and they're going to call a foul. Going to call a foul on number 30. That's Ben Simmons. That's his 5th. And everyone for St. Stephen's waving goodbye. Boy, I wish I could show you guys this. St. Stephen's coaching staff waving off all of the fans from St. Stephen's, who are all standing and waving. And now he gets a couple high fives from the bench of St. Stephen's, saying great job on your play there. Ben Simmons with 12, 14, 15, 16, 17 points as he fouls out. Wow, St. Stephen's fans finally got under the skin of Rocky Mountain as they call a timeout. We'll take it with them. This is the tensest game I've ever been a part of. 49-48, 2:43 to go.
From one corner of the state to the other, Over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Welcome back. Tyron Ridgely at the free throw line for 2. It's 49-48. Rocky Mountain. Tyron Ridgely with 2:43 to go, trying to tie it up with this first free throw. And the Rocky Mountain coaches still obviously got St. Stephen's under their skin. First shot up and good for Ridgely. Ridgely now has 14, 16, 18, 19 points. One more and he'll be in the 20-point land. Second shot, up and good. Brings it back to a 1-point lead for St. Stephen's. Minnemeyer doesn't know what to do on the inbound pass. He almost waits 5 seconds. And now Stephen Lone Dog with the pressure. Oh, the dribble came off of the foot of Colin Haslam, but they're calling it last touched by St. Stephen's. And as you might imagine, St. Stephen's fans are not happy with that. Minnemeyer again inbounding, this time passes it into Haslam cleanly. He's triple teamed quickly, gets over the timeline. He's gonna go one-on-one, gives it underneath to Brenner Moore. Brenner Moore good. Under the basket for his first point since the first quarter. Tyron Ridgely now at the top of the free throw line. He has to stop, pick up his dribble, gives it out to Stephen Lone Dog at the top of the key. Stephen out to Ridgely again. Ridgely wants this ball in his hands. He dribbles into the paint, puts a shoulder in, drops the ball, and then it's a held ball, and that's going to mean St. Stephen's gets it underneath the basket with 2:12 to go. And now the inbound pass goes to Tyndall. Tyndall over to Stephen Lone Dog. Lone Dog drives inside, gives it back out to Stefan Lone Dog. And now Tyndall on the right wing gives it inside. Oh, bad pass. Turnover. Oh, and then a foul. Oh, a travel on Rocky Mountain. So the turnover by St. Stephen's leads to a turnover by Rocky Mountain. Inbound pass goes right back to Tyndall for 3. Oh, off the inside of the iron, no good. Rocky Mountain gets the rebound, gives it to Haslam. Haslam still hasn't crossed the timeline, now he has. Passes it off to Minnemeyer on the right wing, right near side wing. Minnemeyer has to dribble back out, over to Haslam. Haslam goes up against Tyndall. Now Minnemeyer up against Tyron Ridgely, and that's a travel. That's a travel, and they're not gonna call it. And he puts up a wild shot, and it's gonna go out of bounds, but oh my gosh, Rocky Mountain saves it, throws it inside to St. Stephen's. St. Stephen's gets tripped up as they're dribbling, and it's gonna be last touched by Rocky Mountain. Ball corralled by Coach Max Mills of Shoshone, and it must have landed in some water. They're drying off the ball. It landed right over there by the water cups and stuff. I see Keith Bowder from Wyoming Indian also over there. St. Stephen's, Cyrus Tyndall dribbles up to the top of the key. Now he tries to penetrate. He can't. Goes up the baseline. Stops. Almost goes out of bounds. Passes it back out to Tyron Ridgely for 3. Three's good! Tyron Ridgely for 3. And that puts the St. Stephen's Eagles up 53-51. Ridgely has ignited a fire in this whole stadium. And now almost a turnover by Rocky Mountain. Under a minute to go. Rocky Mountain's Haslam down to Brenner Moore. Outside to number 10, Hudson May. Didn't see him come in. And now a 3-ball by Rocky Mountain. No good. Rebounded by St. Stephen's. 45 seconds to go. They can hold it if they want. St. Stephen calls a timeout. Actually, they're going to let Rocky Mountain take that timeout. It's 53-51. We'll be back with the last minute of this game.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Welcome back. If you're just now joining us, you have missed one heck of a game, and I implore you to start this video over from the beginning. It has been a close game the entire single game. The largest lead being 29-20 at halftime by Rocky Mountain. The lead has now gone to 53-51 in favor of St. Stephen's. That is based off of some great play by Stephen Lone Dog, some great play by Tyron Ridgely, and an overall great defensive play by the entire team. St. Stephen's going to inbound the ball on the left side of the court, in their backcourt. Going left to right on your radio dial. Cyrus Tyndall inbounds it to Tyron Ridgely, gives it back to Tyndall. Tyndall has to dribble around three players, crosses the timeline with a pass, and they call a foul. Rocky Mountain has to foul them. They do with 35.9 seconds, and I didn't see the number there, but it is going to send Cyrus Tyndall to the line for the first time tonight. Foul was on number 10, Hudson May. Tyron Ridgely. I'm sorry, Cyrus Tyndall, first shot up and good. Makes it a 54-51 game. And man, oh man, you can feel this stadium from outside the building, I'm sure. Tyndall's second shot, way too hard, not good. And rebounded by Rocky Mountain, and a foul by St. Stephen's. That is not what they needed, because that stops the clock at 34.8 seconds. And now they're going to send Brenner Moore to the line for the first time. Brenner Moore, only 4 points in the game. First free throw is up and good. Rocky Mountain fans sitting right next to me, loudly applauding. Brenner Moore's second shot incoming. Stephon Lone Dog looking like he's trying to do something sneaky if he misses the ball. He could miss on purpose and try and get the two. He doesn't. He misses on accident off the back of the iron, rebounded by St. Stephen's, and looks like an intentional foul, but it's just a foul in general. Didn't see who that was on, but St. Stephen's walking to the free throw line with 32.3 seconds to go. This game's going to end with a lot of free throws, and that's Hudson May's second. Stephen Lone Dog going to the line. First shot up and good. That's his fourth made free throw of this fourth quarter. He's looking to make it 5 here. And he does not. Misses that one wide right. And then the out of bounds call goes against Wind River as they tried to rebound it. Inbound pass to Biscoff. Biscoff gives it off to May. May driving all the way up the baseline, and a blocking foul on Stephon Lone Dog is going to send Hudson May to the line. 25.5 seconds to go. This quarter I feel like could last an hour if they keep playing like this. Hudson May at the line trying to make it 54-55. He's going to have to make both of them. First shot is up and off the backboard, no good. Remains a 3-point lead for St. Stephen's, remains 25.5 seconds to go. May's second shot, he's got a big knee brace on. Second shot up and no good. Rebounded by Minnemeyer. He puts up a shot and he's fouled. Minnemeyer's had an up and down night at the free throw line. He's missed his last 2. He's missed 3 of 4 in this quarter alone. And St. Stephen's trying to sub someone in. They're going to try and sub in number 20, Terrell Jenkins. They're going to have to wait till after Minnemeyer's first free throw shot, though. 23.6 seconds to go. Minnemeyer up and no good. And the St. Stephen's crowd is so loud, my backpack has fallen off the bench to my left. It's been sitting there patiently all game, and now Angel Monroe comes out for Terrell Jenkins. Second shot here to make it a 2-point game, and the refs are going to talk at the free throw line. Oh, Minnemeyer's hand. He was trying to say that he didn't want to shoot the free throw. I thought maybe he didn't want the pressure on him, but he's saying something's wrong with his hand. He keeps holding it out to the ref and to the coaches. He's going over to the athletic trainer. What are they going to make him shoot this last free throw? They should. If he's already shot one, he has to shoot the other. I don't know the actual rule book for WHSAA, but in most games, if you've shot one free throw, you can shoot a second, and it must be broken because they looked at it and immediately sent him outside, and now a timeout by Rocky Mountain. Don't know what's wrong with his hand, but he is completely out of view now. His hand looked bruised. That's all I could see from all the way up here. And they'll leave a little timeout here. We'll stay here. Looks like some wetness on the floor also has not helped. Oh, he might have cut his hand and there's blood. That's why. Okay, that makes more sense than a broken hand, as he now has a Band-Aid or a wrap on it. The blood on the floor, yeah. Coach Christina Mills, the principal of Shoshone, is not an employee of Riverton High School, but she is wiping off all the blood off the court as if she is. Props to Christina Mills. Great volleyball coach out there for Shoshone. Mother to Alex Mills, state champion quarterback for the Wranglers. And wife to Max Mills, coach of the girls basketball team we saw lose earlier in our first game of the day. So now back to the action, 23.6 seconds to go. Minnemeyer going for his second free throw. Missed the last one, missed his last three. And you can hear the fans around me. Minnemeyer, oh, Rocky Mountain stepped off the line, and that's not gonna count. What a mistake by Biscoff. Biscoff jumped way early. Inbound pass to Stefan Lone Dog, immediately fouled. Only took a second point, 6 seconds, 1.6 seconds, I should say, off the game clock. 22.2 seconds to go. And you can hear the Eagles chants begin. This is gonna be a fun ride home for St. Stephen's. It's gonna be a sad ride back to the hotel if Rocky Mountain cannot get this win. Stefan Lone Dog up and no good. Remains 55-52. Stefan Lone Dog now 1 for 3 from free throw line today. He's only got that 1 point. He plays some sticky, speedy defense, though. He's definitely a big part of this team. Lone Dog's second shot up and no good. Rebounded by Brenner Moore of Rocky Mountain. Still down by 3. Biscoff has to go around 3 different players. He now drives all the way to the right wing, gives it off to Hudson May. His three-pointer's blocked. Oh my goodness, they're gonna call a foul, and he's gonna go to the line for 3 shots. St. Stephen's fans can't believe it. Hudson May, I should say, going to the line. That's Terrell Jenkins' third foul. May has to make all 3 of these with 11.1 seconds to go. First shot up, bounces around, no good. Stefan Lone Dog getting in position in case it rebounds. If they rebound it, they're gonna call a timeout. You can already see him. Hudson May, second shot, up and good. Nothing but net that time. That's his first point of the game. (53-55). Rocky Mountain hoping he misses this, and he does. Rebounded by Brenner Moore, and a blocking foul, or I should say a pushing foul on St. Stephen's, is gonna send Brenner Moore to the line. And St. Stephen's fans can't believe it. Rocky Mountain feels like they've been gifted this quarter. They've been to the line, I'll count this here in a second, but Brenner Moore has a chance to tie this game with 9 seconds to go. That foul was on 15, Stephen Lonedog. And Brenner Moore's shot misses off the backboard. So now what do you do if you're Rocky Mountain? Do you miss it on purpose? Do you make it and foul? Do you make it and play defense? We will see as Brenner Moore's second shot in his hand. Up. And no good, rebounded by St. Stephen's. They got to call a timeout. Instead, they get fouled. Stephen Lonedog going to the line again with 7.6 seconds to go. Sorry it's been so silent. I've had multiple text messages asking how this game is going, and it's going tense. Stephen Lonedog, first shot up and good. Makes it a 3-point lead. And Rocky Mountain fans starting to get up out of here. I don't know why. With the way that this game's been going, this could go on for another 20 minutes. His second shot up, no good. He gets his own rebound, puts up another shot. Rebounded by Brenner Moore. They're going to call a foul. Brenner Moore with his first foul of the game, and it could not have come at a worse time. 5.2 seconds to go. Stephen Lonedog makes one of these, and they should be good to go with a win. First shot up and good. Stephen Lonedog is 5 for 8 from the, 6 for 8 from the free throw line in this quarter alone. Second shot up and good. Rocky Mountain with the ball, 3 seconds left. They're going to put up a shot. Oh, it almost goes in. It didn't matter. 58-53 is your final here. St. Stephen's, I'm going to go get some players of the game, and we're going to talk to them. Be back after this. Don't touch that dial.
A well-drawn-up game plan can be the difference between wins and losses. The same can be said about your mental health. Making a game plan to talk to your children can make a huge impact on them and help make them feel supported and listened to. The good news is, this winning game plan isn't hard to implement. All it takes is you starting the conversation and being ready to talk. If you need helpful resources and tools, you can visit FremontCountyPrevention.com.
If your vehicle needs repair, you can depend on the crew at Extra Care Auto Repair. They can repair almost anything with wheels, gas, diesel, domestic, or import, and their work is top quality and reliable. Extra Care Auto Repair on North Federal in Riverton.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Natural Health Solutions offers treatments for a variety of conditions, along with nutritional counseling, chiropractic, acupuncture, and more. Treatment plans designed individually to optimize your health. Call for an appointment, 856-8181 today.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Hey there, how's your day going? Frustrating. My car's check engine light came on and they can't take it in till next week. And then Max, our Rottweiler, chewed up my glasses and I'm going to have to wait at least a week to get another pair. It seems you have to wait for everything important.
I know the feeling. Some things seem to take forever to get done.
Forgot to ask, how's your day?
I had to take my daughter into the clinic to have her arm looked at.
Let me guess. You had to wait to get an appointment. What was it, 1 week, 2 weeks?
Same day.
What? Same day?
We go to Hot Springs Health. They offer same-day appointments at all their clinics. Riverton, Shoshone, Thermopolis, Worland, and Basin. You just call the clinic and you have an appointment in a matter of minutes. It's easy and so convenient.
Wow, so Hot Springs Health actually values our time? Thanks for the advice. Now if I could only get a same-day appointment for Max. He hasn't been the same since he ate my glasses. He keeps running around and making a spectacle of himself.
For more information or directions, please visit hotspringshealth.com, your hub of healthcare in the Basin.
Welcome back. A great game. 58-53 St. Stephen's. I'm here with our Papa Murphy's player of the game, Tyron Ridgely, 23 points. You had 2, 4, 6, 9 points in that last quarter. What's going through your mind? That was a back and forth game. You guys were down by 9 at halftime.
Yeah, we just wanted it more. That's all I can say, man. We went into the locker room, told my boys, we gotta be ready to fight. We gotta be ready to battle. We just got to come back and win this game.
You are on two different levels of talented. You play point guard pretty much. You run the ball up on point, but you also play center really well.
Yeah.
And there's something you do. You do that little spin move and you get that little shot. 90% of the time it goes in.
Yeah.
Was that one of your game plans? Just if you guys were down or if you weren't making your shots, they were giving them to you?
Yeah, just give me the ball and get out of the way. That was the plan.
That's a great plan, man. And Rocky Mountain, they gave you some stiff defense with Ben Simmons and Nate Minnemeyer, and you still got over them.
Yeah.
What can you say about Rocky Mountain's defense in that second half that really challenged you?
Oh, man, they have good defense. They play really well. They know how to execute on D. I give that to them. Tough D.
Well, hey, man, congratulations. Go celebrate with your team. Hand it off to Steven Lone Dog here.
Thank you.
And I want to make sure, Steven, not Stefan, right?
Steve, yep, Steven.
Yeah, Steven Lone Dog sitting here, had a great game as well, 14 points. You went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 9 from free throw range, or from the free throw line in the fourth quarter.
Yes, sir.
Is that something you practice a lot, your free throws?
Yes,
You should.
I practice every day. Shooting free throws, shooting 50 of them every practice.
It showed today, and it showed that your teammates really wanted you to get the ball when they had to foul. Yeah. What does that mean that they looked to you, that they were so confident that you'd make those free throws?
They had confidence in us, and I had confidence in our team. Like Tyron said, we wanted it more.
I can definitely see that. You had a heck of a game in the fourth quarter. You had 12 of your 14 points. What was going right for you in that fourth quarter?
I had to step up my confidence. I twisted my ankle in the first quarter, and then had to tough it up. We were down by like 10 or something like that.
You were down by 9 at half.
Yeah, we were down by 9, and I was talking to myself in the game, telling myself I could do it, telling my brothers out there that we all could do it.
Well, hey, your brothers had some good games as well. Stefan only had 1 point, but he plays some sticky defense.
Yeah, he plays some good defense out there.
And he gets you the ball pretty well as well.
Yep.
And then Caden Lone Dog, he fouled out with 3 points. I wonder, though, tomorrow, are you guys going to have maybe a different dynamic between the three of you? Not that you had a better game, but is Caden maybe going to give you some more reps or something?
We'll see. We'll see.
Well, hey, I'm excited to watch you guys play tomorrow. Congratulations. And you got your Gatorade. And, yeah, here we go. Take it, man.
Yeah.
Gatorade player of the game. Give it off to your coach here, Coach Mike Jenkins. Coach Jenkins, can you hear me?
Yes.
Coach Jenkins, great game. What did you tell your team when you were down 9 at half?
I told them that, if they wanted to do that bad, they play tougher D and, start making their easy shots. And free throws count. And that's
Free throws definitely count. Do you make them do a lot more free throws in practice than maybe other coaches do? Because they were making them left and right tonight. They only missed 3 in that fourth quarter.
Well, I make them run sprints, and then we shoot free throws after that. So.
Well, I mean, it's a great game plan. Tell us a little about your leader of the night, Tyron Ridgely. He was getting whatever he wanted. He scored in every quarter.
Well, I told him to get it to tie because number 30 he was in foul trouble. And as soon as we lost number 11 on there, I knew we had him then, so we just had to get 30 out of there.
And that was a great game plan. Ben Simmons ended up with 17 points. He led their team, and he fouled out early in that fourth quarter. You did a great job of directing your fouls the right way. What makes this team dangerous heading into the rest of this regionals? You guys could really make a run at this.
Well, it's pressure defense, really. Their intensity, they get up, and I just have them pressure the ball. Pressure the ball, defense, that's where your offense comes from, your defense.
And you had a lot of full court press tonight. Are we going to see more of that tomorrow?
Probably, or we might just go to a half court trap or whatever. I don't know, 1-3-1. I don't know.
Well, hey,
I'll see what's going on, though.
That was still a great game. Tell me a little bit about Steven. Steven Lone Dog hit all those free throws, but he was hitting big threes and big moments throughout the rest of the game.
Yeah, he was he was down in early in the season, and then, well, he started out, his peak was high, and then all of a sudden he went down, so I replaced him on the starting team, and then I just brought him off the bench, and he's improved in practice.
Obviously, Rocky Mountain's a lot farther away. St. Stephen's only 20 minutes away. You guys had a home court advantage here if you couldn't hear it. What can you say about your fans that made this journey up here?
Well, the fans wanted it too, so. And I was glad that they all showed up too. So.
Well, you could feel it. My wife and I were giving each other eyes all day like, oh, this might end up in a fight somewhere. You never know, man. And last question, Lawrence Jenkins fouled out with 9 points, but those 7 of those 9 points came in the third quarter right before he fouled out. I think everyone could feel the air deflated from this team when he fouled out, but you guys still kept it going.
Yeah, I have like 3 guys that replace him.
Yeah.
And his brother there, Terrell, the taller number 20, he's only a sophomore, so and Angel Monroe and Aiden Spoonhunter, they're the ones that replaced him. So they gave him some time, and I told him, I said, if you're gonna foul, then just go straight up, or make it obvious.
Yeah. Well, hey, Coach, great win. Awesome win. Can't wait to watch you play tomorrow. Right. And, have a good rest of your night. Go celebrate with your team and get ready for tomorrow.
Thank you.
Hey, have a good one. That was Coach Jenkins of St. Stephen's with the win, 58-53. Let me give you some stats as we get here. Give me 1 second. Actually, I'm going to take it to commercial and make sure that Coach Jenkins gets this to his player. He left it up here.
It's more than clocking in or collecting a paycheck. We are a network of caring professionals who want to be here, dedicated to serving our communities. We are Sage West Healthcare, our 2 campus hospitals in Riverton and Lander. We take pride in our region, our people, and our communities. Located in beautiful central Wyoming, filled with natural recreation in our own backyard. We are neighbors caring for neighbors, a community caring for its own. We are Sage West. We are recruiting the best, like you.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube, oil, and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
Welcome back. Final score 58-53. Again, the St. Stephen's Eagles were down 29-20 at halftime. They were down 38-36 at the end of the third, and they put together a wallop of a final fourth quarter, putting down 22 points and holding the Rocky Mountain Grizzlies to just 15. Let's go down the line here. Rocky Mountain scores in a row. 4 points for Colin Haslam. 1 point for Hudson May. He had 5 free throw attempts, only made 1 of them. Carson Weber with 8 points. Jacob Biskoff with 7 points. Ben Simmons, that number 30 that Coach Jenkins was referring to, he had 17 points. He had 12 in the first 3 quarters and 5 in that fourth quarter before being fouled out and having the St. Stephen's Eagles fans waving goodbye to him. Really got under the skin of the coaching staff there. Brenner Moore had 2, 4, 5 points. He had 3 in that final quarter. Nate Minemeyer had a point in every quarter at least. He had 2 in the first, 5 total in the first half, and he ended with 11. Add that all up, it's 53 points. Over to St. Stephen's side, Caden Lone Dog, well, he had 3 in the first half and never got any more. He had 3 points total. Stephon Lone Dog had 1. He got it off a free throw in the third quarter. Stephen Lone Dog, we just talked to him. He had 14 points. He had 12 of them in that fourth quarter, with 7 of them being from the free throw line. Lawrence Jenkins fouled out in the third quarter. He had 9 points. Cyrus Tyndall, number 23, he was hot from 3. Last time I saw him, he only had 1 3 tonight, ended with 8 points. And Tyron Ridgely, the Papa Murphy's player of the game, had 23. He had at least 2 points in every quarter. He had 6 in the first, 2 in the second, and 6 in the third, and wow, 9 in the fourth. It was one of those days for St. Stephen's, and hopefully Athletic Director Fletcher Turcato listening here on Wild Today YouTube page, wishing you well. I know you're with your family. Had a family emergency. That's why he's not here celebrating with his team. Usually he's the first person on the court, last person to leave. Fletcher, hope you're doing well. Hope your family's doing well, man. And that'll do it for us here. 58-53 was your final again. This has been a great day from Riverton Middle School. If you look on Wild Today's Facebook page, we will update the standings and the brackets in this 2A regional tournament, as well as the 1A tournament that we are unable to get to out in Lander today. But we will update all this. Fremont County teams winning today was Wyoming Indian Lady Chiefs, St. Stephen's Boys, and I don't know the score of the Wind River. Let's see if we actually have it here.
No, they were in overtime.
Oh, St. Stephen's was in overtime.
No, Wind River Boys.
Oh, Wind River Boys was in overtime. Yes, I don't have a final score, but 58-53 was the final score here. We'll get more scores out on that Facebook page, like I said. Follow Wild Today on Facebook if you have not. We post pictures from games, we post the links to games, and we post links to our news articles as well as sports articles. And as everyone's packing up, I'm going to do the same. This has been Shawn O'Brate, your Wild Today sports director from Riverton Middle School, home of the Spartans. We'll be back tomorrow with more games, and if need be, Lander's going to have their game against Lyman tomorrow afternoon. We will also try and get out and call that game. We're going to be everywhere tomorrow, so hope we hear from you. See you tomorrow, and drive safe.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Natural Health Solutions offers treatments for a variety of conditions, along with nutritional counseling, chiropractic, acupuncture, and more. Treatment plans designed individually to optimize your health. Call for an appointment, 856-8181 today.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repair,